In this video, I'm going to break down the annotations for this model poetry analysis paragraph. Before we begin, please make sure that you have read this paragraph and that you have used comments to label each of the following elements. You should have labeled a topic sentence. You should label evidence. You should label the definition of the literary device. Should label the commentary and the closing. If you have not done these steps, pause the video now and come back when you're ready. Now I'm going to explain how I would annotate this paragraph for the elements below. So first, I'm looking for the topic sentence. Now the topic sentence should have both the literary device as well as the effect of the literary device. And in this case, for our essay, the effect is conveying a theme. Now, the topic sentence usually is first in a body paragraph. But I don't just want to accept the first sentence. I also want to make sure that it has a device and it has the theme or the effect of the device. So looking at our first sentence, we have, in his poem in response to Executive Order 9066, Dwight Okita uses connotation to convey his theme. Internment camps are cruel and unjustified. The device here is connotation. That means the emotional association with a word. I'm going to label that. That's my literary device. And then the effect here is the theme. Internment camps are cruel and unjustified. This whole first sentence is our topic sentence because it tells us what the paragraph is going to be about. The next thing that I'm looking for is the evidence. I need both a quote or multiple quotes from the poem, and I also need context, an explanation of what is happening in the poem right around where I found the quote. So the quotes are pretty easy to find. You can find by the quotation marks and the citation of the line numbers in parentheses. So here I have quotes for galoshes. And down here I have quotes for bad spelling and a messy room in lines 6 and 7. The context would explain what is happening in the poem. The word galoshes or the words bad spelling don't tell me what is going on in the poem at the time where the quote took place. So here I see that it says the speaker describes packing galoshes for her trip to the Japanese internment camp. This description of packing for a trip, in this case a trip to the internment camp, this description gives me context. So this whole line will serve as my evidence, including context and the quote. In the next part, for the next quotes, I have that the speaker is describing herself as having bad spelling and a messy room. So now it's not just bad spelling randomly, but it's bad spelling being used to describe the speaker. So here I have the rest of my evidence, which includes the context and the quotes. Now I want to see where I define the literary device. This will probably be part of your commentary. You want to explain what the literary device is that you're using. Here I'm using connotation. I'm looking for the definition of connotation. It's right here. Connotation or emotional association. Here I use a phrase tucked into commas to define the word connotation as emotional association. Definition of literary device. Next, I'm looking for the commentary. I need to know that the quotes I picked show the literary device of connotation, and I need to explain how that connotation shows the theme. Let's look at commentary for the second quotes, for bad spelling and messy room. I have that these phrases connote youthfulness. So that's where I talk about what the connotation is of these words. So here's commentary, and here's how I explain how the quotes show connotation. And keeps going. The childlike innocence of these words and phrases is a sharp contrast to the harsh conditions of an internment camp. The use of connotation implies that the speaker is far too young to be involved in espionage, that means spying, the supposed reason for forcibly relocating her. Moreover, the reader knows that the speaker will probably lose her playfulness and innocence in the difficult environment she's about to face. By seeing how Japanese American internment will harm the life of this one girl, the reader is better able to understand how Japanese internment damaged many other lives. This whole section, all of these sentences, are the commentary in which I explain how the connotation of the quotes shows the theme of the poem. Notice that commentary is pretty long. Here, this commentary has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences. It's typical for your commentary to be much longer than the rest of your paragraph. Commentary is often in the realm of 3 to 6 sentences long. Last, I need a closing sentence. I need a sentence that ties everything together, that explains once again how this whole paragraph proves the topic sentence. So here I have it in this last sentence, starting with the transition word overall. Overall, Okita's use of childlike words emphasizes his point that Japanese American internment was an immoral act. This is my closing. Notice that I did not state the theme in the exact same words that I used in my topic sentence. I rephrased it, I made it a little more specific. This gives some variety and interest to my paragraph so that it doesn't come across as repetitive. So now that we've broken down all of the elements of a good analysis paragraph, it's time for you to begin writing your own analysis paragraphs. Make sure to work with your peer tutor to ensure that you are developing paragraphs of the quality that you desire.